What's up, guys? It's AJ here, aka Guts. Wanted to bring a little tier list video of the Gears of War 5 montagers that we have in our community. This is kind of in similar to what the guys did a few months ago now with the Gears of War 3 tier videos. So I just felt like hanging out and seeing if maybe somebody else would make a tier video, but no one else did. So I figured, for the entertainment of it, why not do something for Gears of War 5? So, all the names that we have here were from that tweet, the tweet I put out the other day, which was just asking for some recommendations on folks to put in the tier list video, like Montager names, just because there's so many people that play this damn game and make content on it now that I possibly couldn't think of everyone off the top of my head, and I'm not going to go sifting through, like, every single team's roster and watch every single video everyone's put out. Like, if you want to do that, make your own fucking video. I'm not doing that. So yeah, first let me preference this by saying that every player on this list is talented, I guess is the best way to put it. Everybody's got talent, everybody's very respectable, so if anyone feels slighted or like I purposely tried to diss him or put him in the wrong spot, like that's not the case. I may just not be as privy to your content as some other folks are, but we can obviously have discussions about it in the comment section if you guys want to, or if anybody's like, oh dude, this guy hasn't seen my best clips, like, you're always welcome to DM me your clips, and hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. This is just my opinion, and my opinion's subject to change. So if I put you in like average or something and then I find out later like, hey, you know what, actually I think you're better than most, I'm okay with saying that I was wrong. But anyways, enough bullshit. Let's go ahead and start. The first person I want to start with, as egotistical as it sounds, is myself. I want to put myself in unsure because I'm not going to rank myself. I feel like that's cringe as fuck, and I don't like cringe, and I also feel like it's a little egotistical. So I'll let you guys decide where I belong, but me, myself, just gonna put myself in unsure and start it out. But outside of that, let's go ahead and start. First person we have on the list here, and just so you are aware, there's like 3 names on here that are duplicates for some reason. I don't know, the tier list thing cracked out and made them, so there will be some leftovers at the end of the video, so just disregard that. But the first person we have here is Rob, and Rob is undoubtedly going in top 5. Rob's, there's not really much to say, because if you've ever watched this guy's content, you know how insane he is at the game. I'm happy as hell that Rob came back to the Gears community and really put his talent on display with this title here. Even though this game fucking sucks, he is one of the masters at this sucky game. From his Quinn blindies that he's always boasting about, to his absolutely cracked movement and his weird fucking style of playing where he holds a mouse in one hand, a keyboard in the other, or whatever the hell he does. The man's an abomination in real life, but on the game he's insane. So if you've never seen his Gears of War 5 montage he put out on the Heavens channel, definitely go check that out, because the clips themselves are absolutely insane, and the edit by our good friend Adrian was second to none as well. So both of those things said, they just come together to make one of the best videos on the game. And when you've got one of the best videos on the game, I don't think it's crazy to say you're probably top 5 when it comes to montagers. Bly, I'm gonna put Bly in unsure just because I don't know too much about this person's content. I haven't seen much of their content, so I can't really accurately give them a spot here. Again, all these names were what you guys put on the thread, so it's not like I just picked this person out to put them on here and to just say, oh yeah, I don't know shit about him, put him in unsure. No, I'm sure he's a fantastic player, or she, I don't know, might have a badge. But either way, I'm not going to stick them somewhere I don't comfortably feel like they belong, because I can't accurately describe their skill level to myself. Advocate, I'm going to put in average just because I haven't I haven't seen much from Advocate again, but I've seen enough from him to know that he is a very capable montager. So I'm going to stick him in average. Hokuri is an interesting one because I feel like Hokuri could have been probably top 5 if he stuck with the game and kept playing. So because I don't really necessarily know where else to put him, I'm going to put him in unsure. You know what? Actually, I rescind that statement. I'm going to put Hokuri in extremely talented. Because although he didn't play the game long enough, and I mean, I could be wrong, he could have came back and have been playing and churned out some videos and I just didn't know. But from what I know and from what information I gathered and was told, he walked away after a while, which I mean is fine. That's his choice, and if you don't want to play this shit game, you have every right to. I don't fucking blame you. But when he did play, he was hitting some insane clips. So he's going in extremely talented. Blazin, I'm gonna put in unsure because I wasn't necessarily able to find much of his content on like the Controlled Team channel or anything like that. Again, I'm sure he's a good player. I just, off the top of my head, I don't know where I'd put him without actually having seen some of his content. And I checked the team channels and I seen a video that had him and Mike on it, but I don't know, maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but I didn't see many clips from him. I saw a lot from Mike, though. Could be wrong, so apologies, Blazin, if I am wrong and you tend to have a shit ton of content and I just didn't know. My bad, dude. Either way, we'll move on. Lex, easy. Lex is easily top 5. I remember when we were in End, and he put out his first Gal 5 montage, and a lot of people were like, I don't know, like kind of sneak dissing him about using King of the Hill clips and shit like that. And I love the fact that he just laced up his clogs, came back and slapped his dick on the table with his Gal 5 montage, his second one, that is, because that's one of the best videos on the game. Like, the dude has a fucking blindy dub TiVo with 2 supers in it. That is something that grandparents tell their kids at night to help them sleep. It's like a fairy tale. It doesn't exactly exist, or at least it didn't until this fucking crackhead hit one. So, and on top of that, he has a one-handed quad blindy with TiVo. Like the one-handed glitch we have all done for the memes. Yeah, that dude did it and managed to hit a quad blindy with it. That, like, who else other than this fucking subhuman would do some sort of thing? I don't know. The Dutch are built different, or at least this one is. Reigns, I'm gonna put in average just because I don't want to put him up and coming. I stick him in average just because I know he's came and went a little bit throughout his time with Gears, so I know from the content I've seen he is a good player, but I want to see more from him before I'll bring him up to like better than most or anything like that. Gloomy, I'm gonna put in average as well. Gloomy, you gave yourself a hard time on my Twitter thread with your video. I watched that video. That video was good, dude. Like, you're being way too tough on yourself. We all can have hindsight and look back on our videos and be like, hey, yeah, I wish I would have did this different, or I wish I would have cut some things out. That's just the nature of the beast, man. You're a fine montager, dude, and I'm sure you're just gonna get better and better. So cut yourself some slack, bro. D-Bag, I'm gonna also put in average. That's because I know he is fairly new to the montaging scene. And from the time I seen my boy King D-Bag on Gal 5, he was always playing Osok. So when it comes to that and the content I've seen from him on Osok, yeah, he's a good, I guess, event-tager, if that's what you want to call him, at least in that regard. I don't know if I've seen any like videos of regular game modes from him on Gears 5. But if we're talking Gal 3, I would put him in like up and coming, because I know if Gal 3 actually stays alive long enough to where he could make like a full-length montage, it's gonna be a good ass video. I'm confident in saying that. Like, you have to literally snort like paint chips to convince yourself to play that fucking game all day long, and all it tells me that D-Bag does is play Gears of War 3 when he streams. It just tells me that he's out of his fucking mind, and that if you just play the game long enough, you're gonna hit some good shit. So respect to you for being able to stand that, because I can't stand Jajaja War 3 anymore, so I'm sorry, bro. Effects when it comes to Gears of War 5, I would put in average. But when it comes to like Gears of War 3, I'd probably put him in up and coming as well. All the same reasons as D-Bag, pretty much, with the exception of like the eventaging. I've played with effects and I've seen him play in reg modes, and he's a respectable montager. But when it comes to Gal 3 now, I've been seeing more content from that with him, so I feel like that's going to kind of be his stomping ground for a while. But yeah, Danny, I'm going to put in up and coming. As you may notice a couple of the Emerge boys going up and coming, and that's simply because with Emerge, they're a team that came from other squads like VT. Some of them were in Essence back in the day. As we know, those teams are primarily dedicated to entertainment, not necessarily standards. But I know Danny's goal for Emerge was to get towards more precision montaging and like actual traditional standards. I think he's done an excellent job of that. The Emerge team is definitely, as a whole, is up and coming because they started on Gears 5, and to see what they've kind of accomplished with the team it's honestly been very refreshing because, God, I can't remember the last time a brand new team was started and has performed this well in our community, our little niche community as it is, just because like there's so much gatekeeping that goes on, and it's not necessarily an easy hobby to get into. Like, you gotta put time into it if you want to actually be able to puff up your chest a little bit and say, yeah, I did that, or yeah, I'm pretty good at the game. So to see what that team's been doing, you know, props to them. I know Heavens and Emerges has its little beef, but I still respect the shit out of the team and am excited to see what they do going forward, because I think the sky's the limit for them, and they're just going to get better when Gear 6 comes out, or find more interesting ways to make content. So good on them. Kaza I'm going to put in better than most, as I feel like Kaza is a very talented montager. For some reason he thinks I don't like him. I don't have no problem with you, Control One Nut, other than you make fun of me being American that one day, and that hurt my feelings. But that's okay, because I've learned from that now, and I'll be fucking goddamn if I let a bastard with one nut insult me ever again, and it hurt my feelings. But in all seriousness, no, dude, you're a great player, so feel proud about that. Your Gal 5 montage you made, I actually watched right before this. It was very good. So I don't know if you still play, dude. If you do, keep it up. If not, you definitely left your mark on the game. I don't think we have any other single-nutted montagers in the history of this community. So God bless you. You're the only one. JJ or J2, my motherfucking boy, I'm going to put him in better than most. Only because I would rank him higher, but he didn't play Gal 5 as much as everyone else that I would put in like a higher echelon. You know what? Actually, nah. If I gave Hokuri that treatment, I gotta give JJ the respect on that one. When I looked at it, I was like, you know what? That's actually contradicted myself with that one. Nah. Even though JJ and Hokuri didn't play the game as much as some of us other degenerates may have, they're two extremely talented players. JJ has hit some of the some cracked ass shit throughout our time playing together, because we were in End together at the beginning of the game, and we participated in a couple tournaments and videos together, played OSOC together a bunch. Yeah, when JJ's on the mouse and keyboard being the psychotic little shit that he is a very cracked gamer. So respect to you, bro. Ed, aka Luis, aka Hakari, I'm going to put him in better than most, as Ed's content is another one of those things that just kind of speaks for itself. You know, he's a consistent player. He's always churning out good standard quality videos, so you gotta throw respect on that man's name, and he's been doing it across multiple titles. So I don't know, man. He's a great fucking Dodger. Lukey Boy, aka Temps, I'm gonna put him in extremely talented, as he is once again another person that's in like contention for one of the best videos on the game. The amount of dub T-bows this man has in his Gal 5 montage alone just makes me want to, I don't know, bro, it just makes my jaw drop. Like, he's very talented. I didn't believe him when he first told me he doesn't have a single snipe trip blindy in that video. But he doesn't. So, you need to get better at that, Luke. Hit some snipe clips, bro. I don't know. But with the joking aside, Luke's great, man. He's a great fucking player. And then he's another player that's just been great across multiple titles, and he's a solid ass editor too. So I mean, like, what more could you want? Other Luke, Vexed. Vexed, I'm going to put in extremely talented as well, as he is literally the quad headshot king when it comes to free-for-all mode. And the man was like the first person to hit a Quinn blind fire, or it may have even been a sextuple blind fire if I remember. It was something fucking crazy that made the internet explode for a day, at least in our little corner of the internet. We hadn't seen anything like that up until that point. So shout out to Luke for just, I don't know, man. He's another one of those things that's like, when you have one of the best clips on the game, how could you be anything other than extremely talented, right? Climactic I'm gonna put in better than most, as he's definitely a respectable Montager. He's another one of them PC gamer boys, but in the videos I watch with him, anytime you get in front of him, he's more than likely gonna blow your fucking head off. Like, the dude's very talented. He's got really good movement too. I've played against him a couple times in free for all. Overall, a sick ass player, so props to him. Barry, I'm gonna put in extremely talented, as I feel like Barry, when Gal 5 came out, was better than most, but then when he started with mouse and keyboard and started up Heavens, from there he kind of just got like super buckled down and really committed himself to stepping his game up and getting some of the best clips on the game. And I mean, he's the Gears of War encyclopedia, so how could you not put him like anything lower? The dude's crazy dedicated. He's crazy talented, and I'm very thankful that he held Heavens together for as long as he did with us all, myself, Rob, Corey, and Josh. So happy to have started the team, man. Happy you're my friend. All that good shit. All that lovey-dovey shit. Clones is Michael, aka Lord Darkskin. And he's going to dog shit. So get fucked. Next is Course. Course, I gotta put an extremely talented man. Course has always just been a very talented player when it comes to montaging, but I'll never forget when I saw that clip he hit, where he hit a blindy dub T-bow on two kids sliding down that fishing ramp on that fucking ice lake map in Gears 5. That shit, that was like that's like a folk tale. Like, that's crazy, bro. I can't believe he actually hit something like that. And I'm sure he's got all sorts of other cracked ass clips I don't know about, but just seeing that alone, I'm like, okay, you're definitely like, you're fucking up there, dude. Josh Hallows, I definitely want to put in extremely talented as well. Honestly, the man's Gears of War 5 montage speaks for itself. If you haven't seen Fireworks on the Heavens channel, go watch that, because dude, it's really fucking, the man's a beast. That's all I can say. He's got a clip in that video where he hits like a 6-man, like a 6-man blind fire or some shit. 6-man. I think it was a 6-man with 3 blind fires and 3 hard aims, and that's a hell of a feed right there. That's all I can say. Syndicate. I want to put in up and coming, as I feel like he is just going to continue to get better. And you know what? I actually want to make an adjustment. I want to put Gloomy in up and coming as well, as I feel like from my time playing against them in the Gears of War Montage Hub tournament we had, they held their own really well as a team. And I feel like as the franchise goes on, assuming it does, whether we get Gears of War 2 remastered or Gears of War 6 next, they're going to really start to up their game even more, and they're just going to get better. So props to Syndicate and Gloomy, man. Shane, I'm going to put in extremely talented. There's not really much to say. Shane is extremely talented at every Gears of War game he picks up, so I really don't have much to say. Like, if you don't know how good Shane is, then you just don't fucking pay attention. I don't know. Definitely go check out his content if you've never seen a high power video, because the dude is very, very good. And he's got a clip in the fuck is that? I can't remember off the top of my head what that Gears of War 3 video is called that Avenge put out. But it's like a cross map Blindy Tebow on Old Town, and it's wild. I know this is a Gears of War 5 video, but that just kind of speaks to how talented he is as a player. So, and if I'm not mistaken, dude was a blinded up T-bow in Gears 5 through the bush on that Regency map. That's fucking crazy. that's a lucky ass crazy clip. Mike I'm gonna put in better than most. Mike is my lover and I love him to death. He is my heterosexual life mate. And he has probably, arguably, the best OSOT clip on this game. So, fucking shout out to you, Mike. Love you, man. Hope you're doing good. And just to give you an insight, this dude's busy as all hell outside of this Gears of War shit. So the fact that he takes time to sit down, edit, and get on and hit some pretty sweet clips, that just is a testament to him as a player. Clones is an interesting one. I feel like Clones could have actually been top 5 if he continued to play the game, but I know he kind of stepped away after a while. At least I was told he did. So I actually want to put Clones in extremely talented, as I seen kind of the things he could do when I played with him a couple times, and any of the duel videos he does with Kratos, like he goes bar for bar pretty much with Kratos. Like they're both insanely talented, and if you can do a duel video and not get outshined by Kratos, who, spoiler alert, is one of the top 5 players in the game, then you're obviously a very, very talented Montager. So shout out to Clones with a Z, not this clone, not Michael. Fuck him. Croto, yeah, I kind of spoiled myself, but Croto's top 5. I don't have more to say about that. Like, if you need to know why Croto is top 5, go look up his channel and watch a Gears of War 5 video by him. Azurix, I'm gonna put in up and coming, as again he kind of falls into that that field of came from entertaining Gears of War teams like S and VT, which were like primarily focused on like outplays and shit like that, and now he's establishing a good name for himself with Emerge. So I feel like when Gal 6 comes out, him and just the entirety of Emerge are gonna really step up and do some great things. Helios is top 5. He is not necessarily a traditional Montager per se, like air quotes, but he could absolutely be one, and if not one of the best if he wanted to. He's got other avenues of content that he does, like streaming and shit like that, but the dude is fucking insane at Gears of War in general. If he really wanted to take the time and just devote himself to only hitting precision and traditional montaging clips, he could do it, and he could stand out amongst all the other giants in the community. Like, no fucking question in that. Doubts I'm going to put in up and coming, because I know Doubts walked away. I don't think he was playing Gears for a while, but then he came back to Gears 5, and since he's came back, he has been great. His clips have been absolutely excellent. He's carried a couple team-up videos between from Heavens, so I feel like if he continues to play, he's just going to get better and better, or get back to where he was back in the day on the older Gears titles, or maybe even exceed that. I don't know. Doubts is just a solid-ass player, man. Same thing with Sopping. Sopping is definitely better than most. He is a solid-ass player as well. He just put out a new video today, or not today, a couple days ago. He put out his montage on the Emerge channel, so if you hadn't seen that, go watch it. It's an absolute fucking banger. He belongs in better than most. He's honestly creeping on extremely talented, because, yeah, Sopping is not short of talent by any stretch of the imagination. The last ranking, because these other 3 are just duplicates, is Aaron, or Chains, leader of Control, and I'm going to put him in top 5 as the final 5th spot, because it is a valid argument that he has the best montage on the game. When I first watched it, I didn't think that. I thought it was very good, but I didn't think it was the best. But after going back and watching it a couple times, it's undeniable how good his fucking montage is. Like, it's like chef's kiss. It's so good. So again, when you've got like contention for one of the best videos on the game, as shit as this game is, I feel like you belong in that top 5 spot. But okay, so this is kind of the list I have here. Obviously these are just my opinions, so they're subject to change. I could change my mind, could move people up, could move people down, and 2, you and every one of you as an individual have your own opinions. So leave those opinions in the comment section if you want to. Put some likes on this shit, so that way the algorithm gods can maybe boost this video up a little bit, and we can get more people outside of Gears of War introduced to how shitty of a game we play and how much we suffer and why we deserve all the money in the world. But other than that, I don't I don't really have much to say. I think that's about it. So thanks guys for hanging out here. One thing I will say though, I'd like to see some other people maybe do a tier list. Maybe something for like Gears 5 or maybe a Gears 4 or like a Gal UE or a Gal 1 tier list. I don't know, something. I want to see some more content like this with our downtime between Gears 5 and 6 because content's a little dry right now. But okay. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.